It's Thursday night, and you can already feel it happening again.
On Monday, you were unstoppable. Up early, clear, certain that this time it would finally hold. And somewhere in the last few days, it slipped through your fingers, so quietly you can't even name the moment you let go. And now there's that small, familiar ache in your chest, and the voice that always comes with it. What is wrong with me? Why can't I just do the thing I said I would do? Before we go one step further, I want you to hear something. Because I've watched this exact struggle play out in more people than I could ever count. Good, capable, serious people. And it has never once been the thing they were most afraid it was. It was never weakness. It was never some broken piece in their character that everyone else got and they somehow missed. So that voice on those Thursday nights, the one calling you lazy, I want you to set it down, just for the next few minutes. You are not the problem here. You never were. Almost everyone knows that voice. We call it laziness. We call it a lack of willpower, a weakness of character, some missing piece other people were simply born with. And we say it so casually, I have no discipline, that we never once stop to ask whether it's even true. So let me answer the question you're actually asking, as plainly and as honestly as I can. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not weak and you are not lazy. You have been trying to win by force a thing that is only ever won by design. And the people who seem to do the hard thing every single day are not stronger than you. They have simply made it the easy thing. See why? You have to understand what you've really been up against all this time, because it was never your character. It's far older than that. Your brain did not evolve to build a career or keep a New Year's resolution. For almost the entire time there have been humans, the whole task was just to survive the day, to find food, avoid danger, and above all not to waste energy, because energy was scarce and might be needed to run for your life. So your brain became a very careful accountant of effort. It learned to prefer the quick reward over the distant one, the sure comfort over the uncertain gain, and wherever it possibly could, the path that costs the least. That accountant is still inside you, and it has no idea the danger is gone. So when you sit down to do the hard, slow, unrewarding thing, the work that only pays off in a month, in a year, some old part of you reads it as a needless burning of fuel, and gently, reasonably, offers you the easier path instead. Rest now. Check the phone now. The reward is smaller, but it's instant, and it's certain. That is not a flaw in you. That is a machine that kept your ancestors alive, doing the one job it was built to do. And this is why willpower is the wrong tool for it. Willpower is expensive. It runs on the same fuel as everything else, and it drains as the day wears on. So you can hold the line in the morning, when the tank is full, but by the evening, when you're tired, the accountant takes the wheel again, and a tired brain will always choose the path that costs the least. This is the trap almost no one names. Forcing yourself works right up until the moment you most need it to, and then it quietly fails. You didn't run out of character on those Thursday nights. You ran out of fuel, and you fell back to the easiest thing in reach. Anyone would have. Everyone does. So if force is the wrong tool, what is the right one? Here is the thing that changes everything, once you truly see it. The disciplined person is not gritting their teeth harder than you are. They have quietly done something far cleverer. They went into their own life ahead of time and rearranged it, so the good thing sits right in front of them, one small step away, and the thing that pulls them off course is buried 3 steps back, where the tired accountant can't be bothered to reach. They didn't outmuscle the brain that wants the easy path. They made the right thing the easy path, and let that same lazy brain carry them straight down it. Discipline was never a strength you were born without. It's a design you simply haven't built yet. There are 3 ways to build it, and not one of them asks you to become a different person overnight. The first is to make the thing smaller than your resistance, because the reason you can't start is almost never the doing, it's the starting. The mind flinches at the whole mountain, the full hour, the whole run, the finished book. So don't hand it the mountain. Shrink the task until it's almost too small to refuse. Not go to the gym. Just put on the shoes and stand at the door. Not write the book. Just open the page and write one ugly sentence. Make the first step so small that saying no to it would feel absurd. Because the moment the shoes are on, the moment the page is open, you're already moving, and a body in motion barely notices that it's kept going. The whole war is won at the doorway. The second move is to redesign the distance. Look honestly at your day, and you'll see that most of your choices were never really choices at all. They were just whatever happened to be nearest to hand. So put the good thing near and the bad thing far. If you want to read at night, the book goes on your pillow, not the shelf across the room. If the phone is what quietly steals your evenings, then it charges in another room, and the couch you keep dissolving into gets a book left open on it instead. You are not trying to win a fight against temptation in the moment. You'll lose that fight when you're tired. You are removing the fight from the room hours before it starts. The third move is to anchor the new thing to something you already do without thinking. Your day is already full of automatic moments. The first coffee, the walk to the car, the click of the laptop closing at night. They happen on their own. You never have to decide to do them. So tie the new thing to one of them, right behind it, so the old reliable action pulls the new one along in its wake. After I pour the coffee, I sit and write for 10 minutes. After I close the laptop, I lay out tomorrow's clothes. You're not building a habit out of nothing. You're borrowing the momentum of one that already runs itself. And on the mornings when even the smallest version feels impossible, there's an older kind of help. Nearly 2,000 years ago, a Roman emperor lay in his bed not wanting to get up, the same struggle, the very same one, and he wrote himself a note to find on the next hard morning. In the morning, he told himself, "When thou findest thyself unwilling to rise, consider with thyself presently it is to go about a man's work that I am stirred up." He isn't scolding himself there. He isn't waiting to feel motivated. He's simply reminding himself what he is for, and then moving before the warm bed can finish making its case. That is the whole method. You don't wait for the wanting. You remember what you're here to do, and you begin. And the wanting, if it ever comes, comes afterward. Which brings me to the part that goes deeper than any single trick, and it's the part that finally sets you free. You do not have to like the hard thing. This is the quiet lie that keeps good people stuck for years. The belief that one day you'll wake up loving the early alarm, the cold water, the blank page, and only then will you finally be consistent. You won't, and you don't need to. The people who do these things every day mostly don't feel like it either. They simply stopped waiting to feel like it. They uncoupled the action from the mood and let the design carry them on, all the days the feeling never showed up. If you have been waiting to feel ready, I want you to hear this gently. The waiting was the trap, not you. And something quiet begins to happen once you stop waiting. Every time you keep the small promise, every short run, every ugly sentence, every early morning you didn't feel like, you are casting a vote, not for a finished goal, but for a person. You are telling yourself without a single word, I am someone who does what I said I would do. And that is how a self is actually built. Aristotle saw this exactly and said it more cleanly than anyone has since. By doing the actions of self-mastery, we come to be perfected in self-mastery. And by doing brave actions brave. Read it slowly because it runs backwards to everything we're taught. You do not become disciplined and then begin to act. You act in small repeated ways. And the acting is what slowly makes you into the kind of person that acting belongs to. You are not waiting to become someone. You are becoming them already, one small kept promise at a time. So, how do you become someone who does the hard thing instead of forcing yourself and failing? You stop bracing against yourself, because that was never a fight you could win. You make the thing so small, your resistance can't even find it. You move the good thing close and the bad thing far. You hitch the new to the old, and you let each small win quietly tell you who you are, until one day, the doing is simply what you do. The struggle you have been losing all these years was never a test of your character. It was a design problem, and it turns out you were always the one who could solve it. So tonight, don't resolve to change your whole life. Just take one hard thing you keep failing at, shrink it down until it's almost nothing, and set it up so that tomorrow it's the easiest thing in the room. Then tomorrow, do the almost nothing. That is not a small start. That is the first vote for the person you've been trying to become all along. And once you've cast a few of those votes, once the doing has started to feel a little like you, there's a deeper question waiting underneath all of this. Not just how to do the hard thing, but how to know which hard thing is even yours to do. That's where we're going next. Stay close. I'll meet you there. And if this gave you one small push toward the person you're becoming, subscribe and stay a while.